Today we are going to help you understand the endocrine system. The endocrine system is a collection of glands that produce hormones that regulate metabolism, growth and development, tissue function, sexual function, reproduction, sleep, mood, among many other things. From a student's perspective, this section can seem extremely overwhelming. However, if you think of the placement of these glands and organs in the body from superior to inferior, it's easier to comprehend. Here you can see the anatomical position of the body and the placement of the glands and organs that secrete hormones and target other organs. The hypothalamus is in the brain, which connects to the pituitary gland by a stalk called the infundibulum. The pineal gland is above the pituitary gland in the brain. The thyroid gland is right in the throat area, and also on the posterior side of the thyroid gland is the parathyroid gland. Underneath is the thymus gland. Further down on top of the kidneys is the adrenal glands, the pancreas, and the gonads. Pictured here is the pituitary gland, which is located within the brain. The pituitary gland is connected to the hypothalamus by a stalk called the infundibulum. The hypothalamus has total control over everything the pituitary gland does. There are two parts of the pituitary gland, anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary. It is very important to be able to differentiate between these. The posterior pituitary gland does not directly secrete hormones. Instead, it stores the hormones that were created in the hypothalamus. Both oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone are created in the hypothalamus and transferred to the posterior pituitary gland via the hypothalamic hypophyseal tract to be stored. On the other hand, the anterior pituitary gland secretes its hormones. The hormones in the anterior pituitary include growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, and luteinizing hormone. As seen in the previous picture, this is the pituitary gland. Now remember, the anterior pituitary secretes its hormones directly. These hormones consist of growth hormone, which targets general body cells, specifically bone and muscle, and causes cell division and growth. Thyroid stimulating hormone targets the thyroid gland, produces thyroid hormone, and regulates basal metabolic rate. Adrenocorticotropic hormone targets the adrenal cortex, produces cortisol, regulates general body cells, and causes healing. The adrenal cortex also produces aldosterone, which targets the kidneys and causes reabsorption of sodium. Prolactin targets the breast and causes milk production. Follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone both target the gonads and produce estrogen and testosterone. Now we will look at the posterior pituitary gland and the hormones that are stored here. Remember, these hormones are produced by the hypothalamus. Oxytocin targets the breast and the uterus, causing milk ejection and labor contractions. Antidiuretic hormone targets the kidneys and causes reabsorption of water. As you can see, the endocrine system is a vital system that affects the entire body. Without the endocrine system playing its key role, our everyday lives would be altered completely.